In British English, I'll try to come usually means no, I'm not coming. Confused? Let's talk about why. Hi, I'm Kit, your English teacher from Speak Up London, our school right in the heart of London. And today I'm going to teach you how British people actually say no, without ever saying the word no. Often in British culture, saying no directly can sometimes feel a bit harsh. Instead, we often soften it. By the end of this video, you'll be able to refuse invitations, requests, and maybe even your boss politely. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like and comment on this video for more fun and useful British English lessons every week. If you're already in London, maybe come and study with us. We're right here on Oxford Street, and we'd love to help you take your English to the next level. Let's get started. Part 1, the polite refusal formula. Think of this as a simple 3-step formula. Step 1, start positive. For example, that sounds lovely. Thanks for asking. Step 2, soften the no using I'm afraid, or unfortunately, or I'm not sure that I can. And step 3, add a reason or an alternative to their idea. For example, I've got plans, maybe another time. So instead of saying, no, I can't, instead, you might say, that sounds lovely, but I'm afraid I've already made plans. Now, you can say, I can't, but it also sometimes sounds a little bit too direct. British people usually prefer something softer, like, I don't think I'll be able to make it. Notice that it's less definite and more polite. Part 2, saying no at work. Let's look at a classic situation. Your boss might say, it would be great if you could take a look at this before you head out. Now, in British English, this doesn't really mean if you want to. This really means, please do it right now. So, how do you say no? Think for a second. What would you say? Here's a good answer. I'd love to help, but I've got to get going at 5 today. I'll prioritize this first thing on Monday. Let's break that sentence down a little bit, shall we? Starting with, I'd love to help. We've got our positive. Then, saying, I've got to get going. This is a soft refusal. Thirdly, we said I'll prioritize this Monday, and that's the solution. Also, notice the word got. Saying I've got to go sounds like the reason is outside of your control. Maybe an appointment, maybe it's a birthday, maybe you've got to go, but it's something important. And usually, Brits won't ask for more details, especially if you've already provided a solution. Part 3, social situations. Now let's talk about friends and friendships. You might invite someone out. They might say, I'll try to come, or I'll see how I'm feeling. This is one of the most British lies in existence. It usually means I don't want to come, but I don't really want to hurt your feelings. So, what should you say instead? Let's imagine this. Your friend invites you out, but you're exhausted. Now, you could say, actually, I've had a bit of a hectic week, so I'll have to skip this one, but I'd love to catch up soon. Here's why this works. Actually signals some explanation for why. Hectic week gives a reason. And I'd love to catch up keeps it friendly, even if you don't want to meet them anytime soon. Part 4, useful British softeners. Here are some really useful phrases that you will hear probably all the time. I'm afraid. For example, I'm afraid I can't make it tonight. To be honest. For example, to be honest, I'm a bit tired. Or sometimes we often say to be fair. So we could say, to be fair, I'm a bit tired. I'm tied up. For example, I'm tied up this evening. I'm busy. It's not really my cup of tea. For example, clubbing's not really my cup of tea. I don't really like it. It might seem like you're being rude, but often being indirect in British culture can be much more polite than being direct. So remember, in British English, we still say no, but we're often less direct when we do it. Next time you want to decline an offer, try using one of these tips. You will sound much more British and hopefully a lot more polite. Now I want to hear from you. What do you find hardest to say no to? Work? Friends? Invitations? Tell me in the comments down below. And if you want to experience real British English in real life, come and study at Speak Up London, right on Oxford Street. We're here, we're in London, and we'd love to help you take your English to the next level. I'm Kit, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.